On tap for you as they take on Shaw University here at the Lock. Jimmy Link's third season at the helm. It's gotten off to a pretty nice start after a season-opening loss at second-ranked Queens University of Charlotte. The Lakers continued on the road, and they've reeled off back-to-back wins. First over Lemoyne Owen, 86-83, and then over King University, 83-68. Lakers returning 4 players from last season's Peach Belt Western Division Championship team. Nathan Powell, Dantes Beneman, Jalen Taylor, and Christoph Nairn. They've also added 2 freshmen, along with 5 transfer players, most noteworthy of whom are front courtman Denzel Council from Armstrong State, and also guards Aubrey McCray from Georgia Southern and Justin Tuckson from Assumption College. Lakers have also seen the return of junior forward Jameel McKee. That's been big after he sat out the last 2 seasons after he had played for Clayton State from 2013 to 2015. So, Bill, we saw the Lakers in an exhibition game beat Carver here, and that was back on November 13th, a couple of weeks ago. So what are your thoughts on what's transpired so far?
It's pre-Thanksgiving.
Yes.
10 pounds ago. But yeah, so far they've been a good team. You know, the loss on the road to number 2 Queens is no blemish, and they played pretty well in that game too.
Yeah, the first half of that one, it was close.
Yeah, and I mean, look, they've had big leads. They were up 20 at one point at King. They were playing with 9 at Lemoyne Owen. They were up 12 in that game. They won by 3. So this is a team that has gone through a lot of games that they played well. They're going to get a guy back in Jacarl Owens, who's coming back from a concussion. We talked about McKee, who has really been a bright spot. They've got a lot of depth, which is not something we have said about a Lakers team in a while. That is a good thing, that they can rotate all of these guys off the bench. You know, the big losses down low have not really hurt them. They've reloaded pretty well.
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, you know, McKee coming back after the 2-year hiatus, Council, both of those are good post players. Maybe the rebounding isn't necessarily there, I think, and also the inside presence on defense, because you had Fonz Davis and you had Jamani Bird, and both of those guys were good rebounders and also good presence as far as shot blockers. That's been the one thing defensively that I think maybe you could say they've been lacking, but better free throw shooting, certainly from Council, who comes over from Armstrong State, and I think that's one thing. They got off to a slow start as far as free throw shooting, but they're now at, what, 60%, 67%.
Yeah, they were. I think they were 80% last game.
Yes, they shot in this last game. They were at 80+%. That's good to see, because that's an area where it was weak the last several years, and I think we're seeing some improvement there.
Yeah, I mean, this is when you were talking about Davis, too, and the rebounds, I mean, he was one of the school all-time leaders.
Double-doubles, walking double-double.
That's tough to just replace. So, you know, that is an emphasis, an area of emphasis and concern. But all in all, they're doing a pretty good job with it. I think it's going to be interesting to see how the guard play gets the ball to the big guys. That's always that transition to get it down low. How's that going to go? They've got some senior guards. They can do that.
And speaking of double-doubles, Jameel McKee had a double-double in the win at King as he comes into this game off a 16-point performance with 7 of 13 from the field, 14 rebounds in 36 minutes. Both he and Aubrey McCray had 30-plus minutes. McCray played 34 minutes in that one. So this is a deeper team, and I think certainly Coach feels like he can go to his bench comfortably and not feel there's much of a let-off when he does go. This is going to be the first time that the Lakers host Shaw since 2010. Bears lead the all-time series 2-1. They come into this meeting with a 2-4 record. They've lost 3 straight, including a 103-88 decision at our Peach Belt Conference friends from Francis Marion back on November 21st. Laker women were victorious in their home opener over Payne on Saturday. Let's see if the men can do the same thing tonight. Starting lineups and opening tip right around the corner when Bill and I return.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the campus of Clayton State University and the Lock for tonight's NCAA Division II basketball matchup between the visiting Bears of Shaw University and your Clayton State Lakers. Prior to this evening's game, Clayton State Athletics would like to pause a moment to remember the life of former men's basketball student-athlete Torrin Green, who passed away unexpectedly on November 13th at the age of 28. Green was a member of the Lakers from 2007 through 2012, and his engaging personality and willingness to go above and beyond endeared him to those that met him. We now ask that you bow your heads in a moment of silence as we remember Torrin Green. Thank you. Please remain standing as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem. And now it's time to meet tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Shaw University Bears, a 6'4" senior from Jacksonville, Florida, number 0, Khalid Williams. A 6'2" senior from Jacksonville, Florida, number 2, D'Angelo Stevens-Bell. A 6'6" senior from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, number 5, Savon Goodman. A 6' sophomore from Richmond, Virginia, number 10, Devon Kelsey. And a 6'8" senior from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, number 12, Reginald Goolsby. The Bears are coached by Joel Hopkins. He is assisted by Byron Williams and Joseph Simmons. Now, here are the starting lineups for your Clayton State Lakers. A 6'1" senior from Orlando, Florida, number 1, Rupert Powell. A 6'1" junior from Stafford, Virginia, number 2, Justin Thompson. A 6'5" junior from Greenville, Georgia, number 5, Jaleel McBroom. A 6'3" junior from Augusta, Georgia, number 12, Aubrey McBride. And a 6'6" junior from Exuma, Georgia, number 12, Jalen Taylor.
Well, there you go, the starting lineups and a couple of surprises, if you will. We'll start with Shaw University, the Bears. Khalid Williams is number 00. D'Angelo Stevens-Bell, number 2. Savon Goodman is wearing number 5. Devon Kelsey, who's coming off a good game, a better than good game against Francis Marion with 33 points. He's number 10. And then Reginald Goolsby, senior center out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 6'8", 235, has started only one game, played in all 6, and averaging just 1.5 points a game in 7.5 minutes per game. For the Lakers, it's Nathan Powell, Justin Tuckson, Jameel McKee, Aubrey McCray, and Jalen Taylor, who will jump center against Goolsby in this one. Lakers in their home whites, Shaw in the black with red trim. Your officials, Charles Davis II, Chris Balunik, and Michael Husted.
Bet you there's not many times in Jalen Taylor's life he's been called short. I mean, 6'6", and he's going against 6'8" in a jump ball.
And the opening tap is controlled by the Lakers. And it'll be Nathan Powell at the point. Bring it up. Lakers facing what looks like a 2-3 zone from the Bears. That's McKee. That's Tuckson on the left side. Cross court, Nate Powell for 3. And it hits the top of the backboard, so that'll go to Shaw.
Nice part for the Clayton State offense is they do have the ability to get outside like you saw there, where they can try, they want to go inside, but they do have the safety valve. If against a zone like that, you can take that 3.
And the Bears working it around the perimeter left side. That's Kelsey. He's got it. Tucks it on him. Now it's Stevens Bell back to the corner for 3, and that's good by Devon Kelsey, who hit 8 3-pointers, all 8 for Shaw in their loss to Francis Marion.
Kelsey is definitely their outside guy. They've got a few guards, but some do like to drive.
And a 3 ball from the left corner there. Bounces high, but doesn't go for Aubrey McCray. And Shaw with the rebound, and flying up is Stevens Bell. Williams with it up top. McCray defending him. This is Goolsby. Down low, and the hook shot off the mark by Savon Goodman, my brother from Arizona State.
Have an alumni game after this.
Yes.
He might take you a little bit, though, on that pickup.
No, we're together.
Oh,
we'll take any 3. Oh, McKee got blocked, and no foul call there. And flying up the court is Goodman, lays it up with the left hand. Good defense there by McCray. Lakers basketball. McKee in the half court. Cross court to Tuckson for 3 is good.
Justin Tuckson.
So Justin Tuckson evens the score at 3-3. Pair of triples. Kelsey for the Bears, and Tuckson for the Lakers. Just over 2 minutes into this first half at the lock. And almost losing it there was Shaw and Williams, but picking it up, crossover there. Stevens Bell spins into the lane, and a nice bank shot off the hook.
That was nice. We've seen some of those that we've point blank that have been missed.
And a nice reverse layup there for the Lakers at the other end by Jalen Taylor. Back to Stevens Bell, though. You know, Kelsey had that big 33-point game, but Stevens Bell had 20, and he averages 21 a game, and he shoots it well, 48% from the field, and he also can dish it, team-leading 6.5 assists.
Yeah, well, he's their drive guard. Kelsey's the outside guy. Goodman inside is going to be around the rim.
And Goolsby drives to the basket and banks it home with the little right-handed floater. So that makes it 7-5 Shaw. So both teams have come out relatively hot. 3-pointer again is good there for the Lakers by Aubrey McKay. So it's McCray and Tuxton from downtown, and the Lakers are up 8-7. On the block, spinning and putting it up and getting partially blocked was Kelsey. Good defense by McKee, and then the shot underneath, no good by Goolsby, and the Lakers come away with it. Powell on the fast break to McKee, right side. He goes to the hoop, and it won't go. Nice move by Jameel there, but it wouldn't fall for him. And then a nice pass to set up Goodman, but he couldn't finish.
And that's what we're talking about. Goodman just hanging around. He's always going to be the guy who's going to go down low.
Tuxton for 3. Hit front iron, and the rebound goes to Williams. for Shaw.
Well, as hot as everybody was, now we've got a series where everybody's starting to cool off a bit. Of course, that's bound to happen. Everybody was on fire starting off.
Stevens Bell into the lane, and they call a travel on him, and actually Jimmy Link had it before the officials did. All right, well, Denzel Council is going to check in, but we've got a break in the action. 15:39 left in this first half, and the Lakers leading right now, Shaw 8-7. Clayton State Athletics on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So stay connected to all your favorite Lakers sports teams on social media. Also get up-to-date scores and stats. All you got to do is visit ClaytonStateSports.com.
You got your own Twitter handle?
Yeah, at the Mitch Sports.
Okay.
Yours?
Bill Schindler. I kept it simple.
Just at Bill Schindler.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm surprised there aren't any more Bill Schindlers out there in the world.
I got it early. I got it early.
How early?
I didn't
have join Twitter.
It was right away. I mean, I had to go.
So what's that, like 2008?
I didn't even have to go real Bill Schindler there. I was so early.
Oh.
You know, I was signed up. No, actually, I don't know when I signed up. It's been a while.
I signed up. I was really anti-Twitter, to be honest with you. I thought it was foolhardy. And
you were right.
I still remain right, but unfortunately, a former employer made certain that I got on Twitter to serve their purposes, not mine, by the way.
We're both in that same boat, kind of media-wise. But yeah, you can tweet at both of us, right?
So how many followers you have at Bill Schindler?
It's like 300 something.
Oh.
I'm big on bots, you know.
All right.
I don't know. It's somewhere around there.
Well, at the Mitch Sports, you can check me out. I'm at 3,400 plus.
Wow.
That's nothing.
See, I am way behind social media-wise on you then.
All right, let's get back to more important things right now. A good ball game going on right now here between the Lakers and the Bears of Shaw University. And we got an offensive foul that is called on the Lakers, and that's going to be on Aubrey McCray.
Just looking at the early stats, to both teams 3 of 8. The Lakers 2 of 5 from three-point land, though.
Stevens Bell on the dribble and passes it here right in front of us to Devon Kelsey. A lot of dribbling for Shaw. And the let-off pass there on the interior, and a nice layup as that went from Alex Owens to Devon Kelsey. So Kelsey with 5 after he laid that up off the glass, and it's 9-8 Shaw.
It's a nice drive by Kelsey. I mean, really, there was nobody down low and found some space.
Oh, McKee's pass there was deflected, and I guess it's going to go out of bounds off McKee. She tried to pass it down low, and the ball was deflected. I didn't see if that went off McKee or not, but they say it did.
I don't see how it was, unless you just passed it out of bounds.
Oh, the ball came back and hit him off the left hand.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's how it happened. Checking in for the Lakers, Dantez Benjamin, as he replaces Nate Powell.
We're talking about, too, the depth in the pregame, Mitch. I mean, that's nice when you have Tez coming off the bench like that, too.
Down low, backing into the paint, and then getting the ball stripped was Alex Owens. So the Lakers with it. McKee into the paint. Then a lazy pass intended for Tuxson, and that got picked off. And Shaw is able to convert again. Nice pass from Stevens Bell to Goodman. His first bucket, and it's 11-8 Bears.
You're seeing, again, a little bit lazy on the passing against the zone.
Got a little bit more sure about the passing. Crisp. Look for the right bounce pass and don't try not to pass it in the air. There's the bounce pass to Council, puts it on the floor, and then the ball poked out of his hands and he's fouled.
I mean, especially against the zone. That's one thing that's going to break it down is good passing. And we're seeing those 2 turnovers back-to-back here. At least we'll get to the line. You got to drain those, and we'll see how they'll do tonight with the free throws. We were talking about that being an issue early on, but then 80% the last time out.
And Denzel Council's a 79% free throw shooter, and he hits the first.
And that's huge for a big man, too. I mean, if you're going to have somebody who can get down low and you know they're going to foul them and send it to the line.
Yeah, if you're going to post up, or if you got a guard who drives to the basket, players that slash to the hoop. And that one was way off by Council. So he hits 1 of 2. Lakers down by 2, 11-9, just over 6 minutes into this first half. Almost taken away by Council, driving to the basket and floating it home with Savon Goodman. He's got some nice moves on the inside. And it's 13-9. Pass down low for the Lakers. Not going to drop for Jacarl Owens, but a foul on Shaw. And by the way, I don't know if Jacarl Owens was wearing number 4 at some point. I had him as 22 originally. For whatever reason, I saw him as number 4 in the last box score, changed it, and he's wearing number 22.
He's doing.
I hope that doesn't throw you off, Bill.
No. I was just going to say it's jersey sales.
Well, yeah, right.
Not here.
Well, Jacarl, no matter what number he's wearing, hits the first. And he is wearing number 22.
With me, it's the clean shirt. Go with the clean shirt. But, yeah, it's...
And the second off the front of the iron, and it's 13-10. Lakers down by 3.
I was just going to point out, Mitch, too, the Lakers have really done a good job not really fouling. I mean, they've been actually out-fouled this season, 65-45 coming into tonight. So
that's discipline.
Yeah. They're getting to the line, but they're not giving away too many trips.
Oh, and a nice layoff there on the pass from Cameron Golden to Savon Goodman. And he's got 6, and it's a 5-point lead for Shaw. And then Council has the ball taken away from him. Back on the run is Golden. Corner 3, right side. Kelsey is money. And just like that, a run here for Shaw. And with 12:55 left in the first half, the Bears have shot out to an 18-10 lead over the Lakers. Bill and I will come back in just a couple of minutes.
Listen up, Laker fans. We are collaborating with Toys for Tots this holiday season, and we would love your support. Please bring new and unwrapped toys to the game this Saturday, and you will receive complimentary entry. Help us make the day of some very special children.
Mitch Evans, Bill Schindler back with you from the lock. Lakers in a 8-point hole, trailing visiting Shaw by the score of 18-10. And really most of the damage, Savon Goodman with 6 and Devon Kelsey with 8. Stevens Bell has 2 and Gooseby has 2 for the Bears. And a 3 from the right side is good by Justin Tuckson. That's his second tray, and it cuts the lead, or the deficit, shall I say, down to 18-13. And that could have been a travel, and it is a travel. That's interesting. The referee who it happened right in front of didn't blow his whistle. The referee that was in front of us, Bill, did.
That was just a case of misplaced foot, but the Lakers will take it. And there's an opportunity here. I mean, out of the timeout, you got the three-pointer. You get the turnover. Now if they can make back-to-back baskets.
And there's Tuxton again, driving right to the basket. Laid it off for Owens, who lost it. Owens got it back and lost it again. And then a bad foul by Council right at the half-court line. That's actually in the backcourt.
Right now the Lakers are playing into Shaw's hands. Their defense is working well for Shaw. They're playing in that zone. They're getting in the passing lanes. Lots of turnovers, and then they're off and running.
Yeah, they've controlled the boards here early, no question about it. You know, you and I were talking off the air before the start of the game. We talked about lack of size for Shaw, but they're actually playing some guys that they haven't played really, and they're big guys.
Well, Gooseby, I mean, at 6'8", is hard to compete with just size-wise.
Well, and Alex Owens hadn't played yet this season, and he's 6'9", 250.
And Goodman at 6'6". I mean, they have him listed as, will play forward, but he's just going to hang around the rim.
By the way, foul there on the Lakers. Christoph Nairn, who just checked in. was called for the hack, and at the line, Cameron Golden hit the first and the second as well. So it's now a 7-point lead for Shaw, 20-13, 8 minutes into this first half. And a nice layoff from McKee, who got blocked. And the foul, though, on that drive to the basket.
You know, as there's a timeout on the floor, Mitch, I mean, this is a game, 2-4 is the record for Shaw coming in. They were 0-2 on the road. But a lot of coaching staff felt like this could be one of those kind of trap games because this is a good team. Their record doesn't reflect how good they can play. And so you do look at Shaw, you look at some of the losses. They haven't been close, but the talent on this team is
no question
is really deep.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing a few players that they hadn't previously played. Again, Goolsby only averaging just under 8 minutes a game. Alex Owens, as I said, had not played at all. So right there, those are two players and two big players.
Yeah.
It's two guys with size that all of a sudden change the equation from, maybe what coaches looked at as far as on film.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden this is a whole, especially, you're talking about defensively playing in that zone, and the Lakers are trying to, get the ball down in the interior, and so far JaVale McKee's had nothing but problems down there.
Yeah, I think the defense is much better than they expected. Shaw, credit to them. They have played good defense. Although offensively, I mean, they're doing exactly, and I think that's, Jimmy Link during the last time out had a little bit of frustration with this team because essentially right now Shaw's doing what the scouting report said. You've got Stevens-Bell driving. You've got Kelsey hitting some threes outside, and you've got Goodman, who's a guy who's just going to dunk it home. Those are those three guys. They're doing exactly what the scouting report says. So, that's something we'll have to see what the in-game adjustments become.
Yeah, they're 8 of 13 from the floor to start, 61.5%. They're also out-rebounding the Lakers, 9-4.
And points in the paint, too.
All
That's
of a
a
sudden,
disparity.
Denzel Council struggling at the line. Again, talking about a kid who came in here from the free throw line, 79%, and he hits the second.
But points in the paint, Mitch, 10-2 for Shaw, also 7-0. They have that disparity over the Lakers.
20-14, Lakers down by 6. Shaw with it. Williams gives to Golden, gets a screen, drives to the basket, dishes off for the roll off the layup there by the guy we were just talking about, Alex Owens.
It's a well-constructed play.
Lakers down 8. Benjamin with it up top.
Nice double stack down low. Let's see if they can get into the post.
And they do get it to Owens. Now back out to Tuxton as they work it around. Nairn with it, right corner. Back to Benjamin, who's got the three if he wanted it. Passed on it. Nairn with the fake. Drives to the basket, and there's a blocking foul on Shaw.
Well, that's a big bailout because there was 2 on the shot clock at that point, too.
Yep. So that's the 4th team foul on the Bears, and the first for Cameron Golden.
Returning for the Bears is number 2, D'Angelo Stevens-Bell.
Stevens-Bell back in.
.15 on the shot clock. Council from the elbow, off the mark. Ripped down the rebound there was Goodman. And no foul call there. I guess the ball went off the Lakers. So Key back in now for Council.
That zone is really looking good. I mean, they almost got a shot clock violation. They got bailed out to the Lakers with the Shaw foul. But then another opportunity they could put away.
Golden up top, drives to the basket. Got it stripped away from him. The Lakers come away with it. Good defense there. Benjamin flashing up the right side into the paint, floats it up, and he got snuffed out by Owens. A lot of presence down low for the Bears. Back it in. Spinning into the lane was Goodman. And then got it back outside. They'll reset. And a 3-second there on Owens. Oh, check that. They say it's a foul on Savon Goodman. So that's his first, and that's 5 team fouls on Shaw. Lakers basketball down by 8 as we approach the midway point of this first half. Benjamin faked the 3. Nairn will take it right side and hit it.
Threes have been on point tonight, and that's something they're going to need when they're having trouble getting it down low to loosen up the zone a bit.
Nairn shooting 40% from downtown so far early on in the season. We got a whistle and a foul on the Lakers. That'll go on Jacarl Owens, his first. I tell you what, Nairn looks bigger in his upper body. He certainly looks like he was doing some weight work during the off season. Looks stronger. So Shaw inbounds it. And then a whistle down low. It's going to be an offensive foul. And that one's going to go on Goodman. I'll check that.
You were mentioning Nairn with the size. I mean, he's only a sophomore now. So that usually you'll see that transition. Guys get into the weight room from their freshman year to sophomore year. You can see a big change.
And they gave that foul to Khalik Williams. Benjamin from downtown. Yes! Dantes Benjamin on the board with a 3, shooting 38% clip from beyond the three-point arc this season. And the Lakers have pulled within 2, Bill.
And now we're cooking. I mean, that's something we wanted to see outside with that zone.
Well, that'll soften up the zone.
Yep.
That's a travel and no call. Goodman goes to the rack. He's got 8. And the Lakers back down by 4. Nairn from 3, no good, and the ball goes off at Jacarl Owens. So the Lakers are getting some looks from downtown. If they hit them at a consistent rate, that should open up things down low for Council and McKee.
Yeah, we're talking about halfway through this first half. I guess the takeaways are soften up the zone, which they're doing. That looks good. But also now it's the interior defense that we're going to have to look at for the Lakers. Can they stop Shaw down low? That's where they've wanted to go, and they've been pretty successful with it.
Here's Stevens Bell stops and pops the left elbow. Off the mark, clearing his Nairn. Lays it off underneath for Taylor, and he can't make it, and the foul is on Jalen Taylor, an offensive.
Tough foul. I mean, I like it. That's a good way to drive. They've had some, really haven't had the interior presence. We were talking about points in the paint earlier. So I'm happy with that foul. I mean, it's a tough foul, but, you know, it's not one of those ticky-tack reach-in ones.
Right. Khalik Williams up top. Guarded by Christoph Nairn, drives to the basket, floats it up off the mark, and then the putback by that guy again, Savon Goodman. He's representing Sun Devil Nation, even though he's playing for Shaw now. Benjamin down low. Taylor had nowhere to go, so gets it back out to Dantes. Screen, nothing there. Nate Powell. Here's McKee at the foul line. The fake it, he just lost it on the dribble. And then he get back down low to Goodman off the nice pass from Khalik Williams. And right now, the Lakers have no answers for Savon Goodman with 12 points in this first half. It's back to an 8-point lead. Lakers had it down to 2. Benjamin from downtown comes up short. Another rebound for Shaw.
I bet Goodman, I mean, we don't have this in front of us, but Mitch, I think all 12 would be in the paint, wouldn't you?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Somebody's got to get a body on him and box him out.
You might have to go to a double team. I mean, why not at this point?
Stevens Bell gets a high screen from Gooseby. Now back out to the foul line. Goodman, corner 3, left side is golden. So right now, Shaw is golden. They got answers everywhere. They're up by 11, their biggest lead of this first half. It's 31-10 with 6:50 remaining in the first half. Benjamin finds a crease, lays it off for Taylor, can't finish, but he was fouled.
Yeah, pretty clear foul down low. Well, we were talking about the double team, Mitch. Then we see the outside shot. That's, I guess, why you can't double team there. And that's what Shaw, I mean, we're not seeing a team that came in at 2-4. This is a much better team tonight, and I think the Lakers are a little bit stunned at how well Shaw is playing.
Well, they came in shooting it at 46%. So, again, they've shot it well, whether it's been inside or outside. They shoot it well from three. A lot of that has to do with Kelsey, and he's got a couple of those so far in this game. But the Lakers, I will say this, they have been surprisingly good from downtown so far early in the season, 41%. However, they're also giving it up at a 41% rate on the other end, so they've got to defend the three better. And right now that's problematic because they're worried about the down-low presence, leaving guys open outside, and they've been hitting them.
Yeah, I mean, it is one of those, where do you go to sort of shore it up first? Inside, which they're having problems with tonight, or do you try to stop that outside shot?
I think you've got to pack it down low, and like you said, if you got to look at a double team on Goodman right now, or at least show double team and then back off. But
I agree. I mean, I think, look, you've got to stop Savon Goodman. Is at this point, you just say, look, we're going to take him out of the game, and then if somebody else like Kelsey is going to hurt us outside, we'll deal with that. And let's see how much of a game he has. But, I mean, 65% right now, 13 of 20 is Shaw. That's a heck of a percentage.
Yeah.
And they're also 3 of 3 from distance.
Yeah, they've hit all 3 of their threes.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's going to come down.
You hope. You would think. But they're getting good looks. Jalen Taylor at the line. He shot it at a 79% percentage from the charity stripe so far this season.
I mean, the Lakers are 6 of 15 from the field, 5 of 9 from distance. 5 of 9, I mean, it's about 55%, Mitch. That's not a bad number. They'd be pretty happy with that. But like we said, it's 3 of 3 on the other side.
Taylor hit both at the line, cuts the Lakers' deficit to 9 points. And that was meant as an alley-oop attempt, but there was no oop. So the Lakers back with the basketball and a chance to eat into this deficit. Council from the side, off the mark, fought for, and Jalen Taylor comes away with it nicely. Gets it to Nate Powell, who drives in the lane. 3 from Nairn, dead straight ahead, and he nails it.
There you go.
So Christoph Nairn with a pair of threes, and the Lakers are down by 6 again, 31-25, as we go under 6 minutes left in the first half.
We were talking about distance, Mitch, but also Shaw. This illustrates our point. Down low where you have to shore it up. 18-2 points in the paint.
And they're in the paint right now. Stevens-Bell turns and shoots and makes. D'Angelo Stevens is averaging 21 points. He only has 4 so far, but a nice look and a nice hoop there. And the Lakers back down by 8. Here's Council in the paint, back out to Powell. 3 is off the mark from McCray. Nice rebound by Council, though, to keep it alive. Powell gets into the paint. Nice pass from Taylor down low to Council, who finishes, and they call an offensive foul. Are you kidding?
How is that an offensive foul? He was triple teamed.
Are you kidding?
Wow.
I got to look at this one, see, checking it on the replay here.
I don't know about that. He had 3 players around him.
I don't know. That was a strange call. At any rate, Shaw's got it. Lakers on defense.
So are all 3 set?
And a whistle, and that's a makeup call right there in the travel.
I would agree on that.
We knows him when we sees him.
It's the basketball equivalent of 2 wrongs making it
yes.
right.
So the Lakers get it back, trail by 8, under 5 minutes left in this first half. Good shooting first half by Shaw, no question about that. Nairn almost lost it, but Goodman stepped out with it. So the Lakers retained possession, 20 seconds on the shot clock. 4:43 left in the first half. And now Alex Owens is back in, and Reginald Gooseby will go to the bench. Now, Harry Hall has played about 22 minutes a game. shot there by Powell, and the follow by Taylor. He's been Johnny on the spot a couple of times here in this first half. Jalen's got 6, Lakers down by 6.
And that's one thing you try to teach, but that just comes naturally. That's beautiful ball skills down on the post, and right there to put it back.
Golden on the drive to the basket, tried to squeeze it down low to Owens. Ill-conceived pass. Here comes Powell. And McCray playing catch right now with Council. Nice little flip pass down low into Council, and they're going to call a travel there. As he spun into the lane, but too many steps for Denzel. Justin Tuxson goes back in. Nairn out, Council out. And McKee back in as well for the Lakers. With now 4 minutes left in this first half. See if the Lakers can get a stop and try and cut back into this thing. It's Goodman on the interior, forcing his way in, and he hits again. Goodman with 14, he averages 12.
They've got to shut that off.
Oh, nice dish off there from Powell to McKee.
And they're getting some points in the paint, too.
And that's Jamil's first bucket.
Also, I mean, that Jalen Taylor putback, I think that was the first points they've had on a putback as well, Mitch, in this game.
Goodman drove to the basket. Oh, he tried to get fancy with a behind-the-back pass in the paint to set up Owens, but he got let off the hook as Owens got hacked. And the foul is on Nathan Powell. His first 16 foul, or 15 foul for the Lakers.
I'm okay with that, though. I think they need to be more physical down low. I mean, start a little hacking.
Oh, yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
You got to. I mean, look, check out Goodman as far as at the line. He's only a 52% free throw shooter. So you take a couple of fouls, see if he's able to nail a couple at the free throw line. If he's not, well, then, as you brought up the other night when I was talking about Shakoria Miles, you invoked the hack-a-shack.
Yeah, so it was Hack-a-Goodman tonight.
If you have to try it.
I'm thinking that's a way to go. I mean, at this point, he is having a heck of a game. I mean, that senior from Philadelphia, we talked about playing D1 in Arizona State. He just looks right now like you're either going to have to do one of two things, Mitch. You're either going to have to double-team him or start fouling.
Or do a better job of denying the entry pass to him.
Yeah, well.
Because the Lakers, he hasn't had a problem getting the basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 6 of 10. He's got 14 points now, so I've got him at 7 of 11. And actually, we've got some updated statistics now. So let's see what we've got. 7 of 11, the latest, 14 points in 16 minutes of action. And again, it's a guy who averages 12 points per game in nearly 29 minutes of action.
And 14 points, as you mentioned, there's 20 points in the paint. And like we were talking about, I think all 14 of his points have been in the paint.
And they're still shooting 65%. They're 15 of 23. Lakers are 9 of 21 at 43%. So that's part of the story right now. It's been lights out for Shaw University.
Well, here's the good news out of all of this. It has been lights out for Shaw. The Lakers still are within shouting distance.
And here's Goodman again. Turns and shoots and gets the roll.
Oh, man.
Shooter's roll there. Goodman with 16. He's now 8 of 12 from the field, and Jimmy Link's going to have to get something figured out at halftime.
And that was not from the paint.
Nope. Nate Powell, they're leaving him open. He drives uncontested through defenders and lays it home. So Nate with his first basket, and the Lakers back down again by 6, 37-31.
Really nice moves. Hey, I mean, to be down by 6 and the other team shooting 65%.
Oh, and Goodman misses on that foray to the hoop. So maybe that'll cast a spell on him. Here's McCray, and throws it away after he got a gift on a tough pass that was on the interior. The ball actually bounced back to him. And then I don't know who he was trying to get it to on the right side.
I think he was just trying to get out of trouble because he got surrounded by two bigs.
So an opportunity goes by the wayside there for the Lakers. Still down 6 with 2:15 left in the first half. So Stevens-Bell stops at the elbow, got it down low to Goodman, who lost it, and then the Lakers lose it back, and then they steal it back. McKee, they got a 4-on-2, and it's Nate Powell who's able to roll it home. So Powell with the last 2 buckets, he's got 4. Corner 3 off the mark. That was a quickie. You got to shake your head at that one. Lakers got it back. Down 4. 3 from McCray. Bang! And just like that, the Lakers are down by 1.
What a
So
big
Aubrey
shift.
McCray with a pair of 3s. And the Lakers are down 37-36 with 1:30 left in this first half. And there's Owens who almost loses it. Goodman thinking 3, shoots 3 and makes it. Are you kidding?
Wow. He's having a night.
Woo! Save on Goodman with 19 in the first half. And the Lakers trail by 4.
But here's the thing, Mitch. We've talked about how good Shaw is, and they're probably having the best half they've had all year so far. And here we are only trailing by 4.
Oh, and the jam by McKee right there in Goodman's face. McKee with 4. By the way, that was Goodman's first three-pointer, and it rolls out, and the Lakers with the rebound. 45 seconds left, and then McCray almost threw it away. McKee stops and shoots and can't make. That was Goodman's first three-pointer on his 6th attempt of the season.
I'll tell you what, when you're having a night, you're having a night. So now that's about 5 points he's had just out of the paint, which means the Lakers may be shutting him down a little bit inside, but he's starting to hit outside too.
There is a 7-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. 7 seconds to shoot. Goodman again from downtown, rims out, and here come the Lakers. Rebound by Taylor. This is Nate Powell, and he gets it to Tuxton. 3 there is off the mark by McCray, and that will do it for the end of the first half. So it was an entertaining opening 20 minutes, back and forth. The Lakers trailed by as many as 11. They were able to close the gap to 1, and now as we enter halftime, they are down by 2. Your halftime score, Clayton State 40 and Shaw 38. Bill and I will return just a few minutes with the Ortho Atlanta halftime report after we take this break. Mitch Evans, Bill Schindler back with you. Thanks for watching Laker basketball. It's time for the Ortho Atlanta halftime report. Ortho Atlanta orthopedic and sports medicine specialists provide comprehensive orthopedic care to patients in the greater Atlanta area. Their expert team includes 35 orthopedic surgeons and more than 50 additional healthcare professionals such as physician assistants, nurse practitioners, physical therapists, occupational and hand therapists, as well as the staff, all dedicated to patient care. When you need to improve your health from an injury or illness, trust the orthopedic surgeons and staff at Ortho Atlanta to help you perform and live life at your best. Halftime score, Clayton State trailing Shaw 40-38. Bill, as we discussed, the Bears are shooting the lights out of the basket. They did cool off ever so slightly. They're down to 58.6% on 7 of 29, 4 of 6 from downtown. And the Lakers, hey, look, they're not shooting it badly. 48%. They're 7 of 14 from three-point range. They have evened up the rebounding category at 14-14. That was really early, big time in favor of the Bears.
I think if you're Jimmy Link, he'll probably dispute this, but deep down, he's got to be delighted because the way Shaw came out and played, especially Savon Goodman, has been just out of this world. This has been by far the best that they have played all season. And be only down by 2 at halftime, that's really good. Clayton State's in a great position to win this game. So they're not out of it by any means. We've seen maybe the best half Shaw has played all year. I don't know if they're going to be able to equal it. Goodman with those 19 points.
Is Goodman going to walk away with like a 35, 40-point game? I don't think so.
I mean, look, it's possible. It's certainly possible that he keeps going good. Statistically, though, it's just one of those things in basketball. It's a game of runs. You'd think he'd cool off some, and we saw that with Shaw coming back a little bit to earth because they were at 65% for a long time. I mean, 58% is nothing to sneer at anyway. But the Lakers, I mean, 13 to 27, 48% like we were talking about. That's pretty good from the floor.
Well, they're balanced, too. Tuckson, McCray, Taylor, Nairn all have 6 points to lead the way. And then you've got Powell with 4, McKee with 4, Benneman's got 3, Council with 2. Is not a good first half for Denzel Council, and Jacarl Owens with 1. Also, 9 turnovers for both teams. For the Lakers, McKee and Council on the interior have coughed it up 3 times each. So that's a majority of those turnovers. Largest lead for Shaw was 11 points. The Lakers did lead by 1 at one point, but it wasn't for long, only a minute plus. Shaw's led for nearly the entire first half, 16 minutes, 45 seconds. And we have had 2 ties, 2 lead changes. Again, most of the time, it has been Shaw on top in this one.
Well, just looking at something else, too. The points in the paint was a huge disparity, and most of that was because Savon Goodman, I think only 5 of those 19 he's had have been outside of the paint. But it was 20 to
he nailed that 1-3.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it was 20 to 2 at one point.
Yes.
Points in the paint. It's now 20 to 12. So Clayton State against that zone, they hit a few threes.
And they hit a few layups down low.
Exactly.
And McKee, I don't know, it's McKee. McKee's got 2 buckets, both on the interior.
Well, they're starting to penetrate against the zone. I think that is going to be something that we're going to have to look at as a story for the second half. How do they fare down low? Can they continue to go and get those points in the paint? Clayton State cut this back into a ball game by going down low. If they're successful in doing that in the second half, they can win this.
Hey, let's not forget, they were down 11. They cut it to 1. It went back up to 8, and then they were able to fight back, cut it back down to 1 before the half ended with it being a 2-point deficit. So we're almost ready to get started for second half action. And for the Lakers, starting out this second half, it will be Nate Powell, Justin Tuckson. You've got Jalen Taylor, Aubrey McCray, and Jamel McKee. So that's your starting lineup that started the first half. For Shaw, it is Khalik Williams, Cameron Golden. Check that, D'Angelo Stevens-Bell, Devon Kelsey, and that guy, Savon Goodman. This is Gooseby, also in the starting lineup as he did to start the game. And then there's a foul on Savon Goodman. So, Bill, not starting off very well in the second half for Mr. Goodman.
We were talking about it's just tough to keep that momentum, and basketball is such a game of runs, and guys get hot and streaky, and that was just an amazing first half. I mean, give credit to Savon Goodman. He put on a show. If he can do that in the second half, you just tip your cap to him. But I think there might be a little cooling off.
McKee faked the three, drove to the basket, and floated that one home. So Jamil now with 6, and the Lakers have tied it, 40 apiece here in the opening minute of the second half.
And you know Jimmy Lincoln, the coaching staff, coming up with something to try to stop Savon Goodman as well. That's going to be the big adjustment.
And there's one right there. They try to get it on the block. Good defense for the Lakers. Powell was a 3-on-2, and the floater doesn't fall for McKee there. Goodman got the board.
McKee, though, they put McKee on Goodman. He's had 2 really good stops on Goodman. They got that foul called, and then he got position in front of him.
Stevens-Bell got into the paint that outside of Williams. Stopped his dribble. Here's Goodman. He's going to back down on McKee. Spins, and he floats it in again, man.
It's just good because they did get help. Coming back over was Taylor. McKee had good defense, again, good positioning. That just one is it's pure basketball skill, though.
42-40. Bears back on top. Aubrey McKee. Excuse me. Trying a mind meld there. Aubrey McCray, but Jamel McKee there with the 3. That's who I had on my mind. He's got the 5 points so far here in the second half for the Lakers, and they're back in front, 43-42, Bill.
It's been a long road back, but well fought.
And Goodman got D'd up there by Taylor. Lakers on the run, 3-on-1. Oh, and McCray travels. He took about 5 steps there. Oh, that's difficult to handle, boy. The Lakers had a 3-on-1 there, and Aubrey McCray literally got a little carried away with himself there. So it stays 43-42 Lakers.
Tell you what, give the Lakers, though, credit, not only the coaching staff, but really the players, too, to hang in there. When Shaw was having that great first half, they stuck with it and getting back to that lead now, and the adjustments at half have helped.
Driving to the basket, and with the opposite hand on the left side was Stevens-Bell. Now with 6, and the Lakers back down by 1. It's 44-43. There's McKee, flashes into the paint. The layoff for Taylor in the jam. Great teamwork there between McKee and Taylor. Floating into the paint, missing on the attempt was Stevens-Bell, but a foul, and that's on the Lakers, and they're going to call it on Taylor. 2 on JT.
Going back to the offense, though, for the Lakers, I mean, Mitch, we've seen some nice play in the inside in the paint. That's something we didn't see early on.
Yep, you're right about that. And really, that's something that, I don't think you saw a lot of last year, that type of assisting down low.
I mean, for the guys we were talking about earlier with Davis and Bird, guys who have left, I mean, they were very good defensive players, but sometimes there was a problem getting into the interior offense for them. I mean, that kind of was a hiccup. It was hit and miss in some games. That's something that we've seen that at least now lately, Clayton State's starting to get going.
Stevens-Bell makes 1 of 2, tied at 45s. And in for Shaw now is number 23, Raheem Williams. Oh, Taylor can't make on the first, but follows his own miss and puts it back for another 2. Big-time game here for Jalen Taylor now with 10. He's averaging 7.7 on the season. Lakers up 2, 47-45.
Boy, Taylor and McKee in the paint and defensively doing some great work.
And Goodman turns and hooks it home.
He's not going to stop that. I mean, that again.
And he's quick. As soon as he gets the ball, he's right with the move. Here's Taylor on the inside, taking it to Goodman. And they call the foul on the Philadelphia product. 6'6", 220. senior averaging just a tick under 12 a game, and he's already got 23 in this one. And the foul is on Devon Kelsey, his first. Taylor to the line. So far on the evening, Jalen has gone a perfect 2 for 2 from the line. And that one rolls in and out. So Taylor's still looking for his 11th point and looking to give the Lakers a lead again.
Tell you what, this is a great game to see what Clayton State's made of. The last game before we get into conference play, Shaw was a team you could easily overlook. They came out hot in the first half, and Clayton State has shown a lot of mental toughness. I mean, they haven't gone away, and they've come back in this game. I really like that going forward.
Kalik Williams gives to Raheem Williams. Fake by Kalik, stops. Down low, Stevens Bell. Off the mark, rebounded by McKee. And he's looking for help, and he finds it in Justin Tuckson. Now Powell will call out a play. Looking to get it down low to Taylor, now gives to Tuckson left side. Powell with it again. Here's McCray. Powell gives to Tuxton, 5 seconds to shoot. Powell, corner three, hits it! Not exactly Nate Powell's forte, the three-pointer, but he nails it, and the Lakers are up for the biggest lead of the game. 51-47.
And that was pretty well defended by Shaw. Credit Nate Powell for just getting
his first three of the season. He had only taken one attempt, Bill.
Yeah. Well, and you need that. You need that against the zone because they weren't getting any penetration.
Stevens Bell turns into the lane, and Powell pulled the chair out from underneath him. Lakers 3-on-2. McCray, the floater goes. He's got 8. Lakers up 6. Goodman down low, and they're going to call the offensive foul on him. And now Goodman with 3.
And Nate Powell is having a great 3 minutes. And
at both ends of the court.
Oh, yeah. That was a great opportunity to set himself down low and take the foul. And now, is there a technical foul or timeout? I'm sorry, timeout on the floor.
Timeout on the floor, 14:43 remaining in the second half. The Lakers out to their biggest lead now. It's 53-47. Today's broadcast, sorry, Bill.
Was there a tee?
They may have teed somebody up. I guess so. They're waiting at the line for a Laker to come there and shoot it. So we'll wait and see who that is. In the meantime, I will tell you that today's broadcast would not be possible without the generous support of Laker basketball broadcast partners Bojangles, Clayton County Television, Georgia's own credit union, the Development Authority of Clayton County, and Ortho Atlanta. Did I hear them say that the technical was on us, on Justin Tuckson?
Yes. I thought I saw a late tee, and that's what I was going to say is, well, wait a second, where did that come?
What was that, celebration tee?
It must have been, because that was a brilliant charge taken by Nate Powell, and he was grinning from ear to ear. We had a timeout on the floor. I mean, it must have been, it had to be after the play was dead, and I'm guessing a celebration or something was said to someone.
Right.
And I mean, it was a very late technical, and that's one of those things, obviously, you know, we can say, well, hey, don't do that. But when things are starting to go the way of the Lakers, I can understand they were getting in a pretty good mood. They've just got to bottle that good energy and put it in the right direction. But, Mitch, the points in the paint and the points off turnovers have been, at least to me, something that the Lakers have started to do well, and that's changed this game. Because, you know, the zone still has been pretty good by Shaw. The Bears have set it up. They made them go outside. But all of a sudden, the Lakers are playing better defense down low. They're getting some turnovers. They're getting some sloppiness from Shaw, and then they're turning into points on the other end.
Both teams had 9 turnovers at the half. Now Shaw's got 12. The Lakers with 10. And as you said, points off turnovers now, it's 15-12. So Kelsey will go to the line to shoot the free throw on the technical, and he misses. And he's got another one. Makes that one. So you got to wonder what exactly happened there. But Devon Kelsey makes one of 2. And the Lakers are up by 5, 53-48.
I really didn't see that. I mean, that was a very late technical. It really must have been something celebration-wise.
Three from the right side, off the mark there from Kelsey.
That was a three from Fulton County.
Oh, the ball bounced off of McKee. He was able to get it back. He couldn't finish, though. And the Lakers get a break as the ball bounced to Justin Tuckson. Benjamin faked the three. Tuxton's going to take it and make it. Hey, Justin Tuckson has made 3 baskets this game, and all 3 are threes. It's 56-48, Lakers up. We are 6 minutes plus into the second half. Golden gets it down low on the block to Owens, back to Golden, and the three went awry there. McKee on the rebound, he'll bring it in. Lead, Jakal Owens, who was that there? I got blocked, take that back, Jalen Taylor, as he was ahead of the field, but did get blocked and fouled. So JT will go back to the line. 3 of 4 on the evening, and for the season, 80%. And that foul, second for Alex Owens in his first game action of the season. Taylor makes the first. Lakers up 9. Golden and Raheem Williams out.
Goodman
Stevens,
back in.
Bell, and Goodman back in for Shaw. Taylor with the second. And hit back iron. Good rebound by Powell. Got it to McKee, who shoots and goes in and out and in again. So the bounces all of a sudden going the Lakers' way. Jameel McKee with 11, and the Lakers are up 11, 59-48.
Lots of play to be seen, but boy, the Lakers, this is some comeback.
Complete turnaround. Owens spins into the lane and lays it off for Goodman, and there's a travel. Good defense again. They double-teamed him, Bill, and we talked about that a little bit. What are you going to do about Goodman? You got to show him a different look. Double team was one option.
Yeah, I think Jimmy Link, I mean, they obviously went in at halftime. It wasn't that hard to diagnose. Stop Savon Goodman, and then, let Shaw beat you.
Somebody else.
Exactly. I mean, take him out of the game, let the rest of the team try to pick it up, and then the Lakers have come out. They played much better basketball, too. So proud of these guys.
Powell got into the lane, lays it off to McKee, who puts it up, and he's hacked. Went flying onto the baseline, but he's fine. And actually a bunch of smiles right now with Jameel McKee and Nate Powell. Nate's had a big smile on his face for the last several minutes.
Well, something I'm seeing tonight is mental toughness, and that's just something that is hard to recruit, hard to see how it's going to come as a chemistry with the team. We're seeing it tonight because this was a team at 2-4. Shaw came out, had this great first half, and Clayton State, I mean, you can get down on yourself so easily. And the way they have hung in there and now starting to gel, this is great sign for the conference season.
McKee misses on his first attempt from the line. And he makes the second. So Jameel with 12. Lakers up 12. 60-48, 12:45 left in the second half. Kelsey in the corner, working on Tuxton, stops and pops, and he's able to hit it. Devon Kelsey now with 11, sophomore guard out of Richmond, Virginia, and it cuts the Shaw deficit to 10.
Kelsey's that guy who's going to take the outside shots.
Yeah, be careful with him. He's the guy who had 33 in the last game and hit 8 3-pointers.
But right now, I shut down Goodman and see what he can do outside and Kelsey.
Benjamin worked his way inside, now back out. Stops the left elbow, gets it to Taylor, who came up short on his attempt from 10 feet away. And the lead pass for Goodman. Nice defense by Jalen Taylor. to poke it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bears, but nonetheless, good defense there. We've got a timeout on the floor. 11:56 remaining in the second half. Lakers up by 10 on Shaw by the score of 60-50. Do want to mention something, bad news, sad news to report from a few weeks ago is Clayton State mourning the loss of a former men's basketball player turned green, passing away on November 13th at the age of 28. This follows the loss back in March of Lakers great Sherrod Flono. Green was born in Brooklyn, New York, grew up in Riverdale, and was a 5-year member of the Lakers basketball team under Gordon Gibbons between 2007 and 2012, averaged 5 points, 3 rebounds per game. He could also shoot the three. His 7 triples against Knoxville College on November 19th, 2010, still is the program record. Finished with 95 for his career. That's the 10th most in program history. And Torrin Green was just an all-around great guy. A lot of people around the program still talked about him. Great personality, and he will be missed. So rest in peace, Torrin Green.
28. I mean, that's just
unbelievable.
Needless to say, so young. Wow. Just a shame.
All right, back to our action here. Shaw's basketball down by 10, 11:56 remaining. And losing his footing there, Stevens Bell, but he's able to regain. Nate Powell keeping a close eye on him, gets a screen to switch, and then they switch back. Meanwhile, the 3 from Kelsey off the mark, and the Lakers come away with a Benjamin 3-on-2. Nice setup for Taylor in the jam. Oh, the Lakers passing it beautifully. And then a foul at the other end on, I don't know if it's Christoph Nairn. Check that, it's on Jalen Taylor. That'll be JT's 3rd.
How do you get back that fast to foul?
That's a good question. Have to look at it on the replay.
I think tonight, Taylor has been outstanding. He's been great, too. Those two guys have really stepped up.
Especially here in the second half.
Oh, yeah, and don't forget about Nate Powell. Nate has had those runs where he took that big charge. He hit some threes, 1 3.
Goodman gets it to Stevens Bell, and it floats in and out. Council the rebound. He'll bring it up. Taylor setting up Benjamin for 3. Can't make it. Good rebound off the offensive glass by Nairn.
And the rebounding has really started to pick up too.
Yeah, they've turned that around. And that was certainly an area that they had to improve on in this game, and they have. Nate Powell turning into the lane, dishes it off for Council, who banks it home, and they're going to say no. And that's the second time that's happened for Denzel Council, where he's made a basket and they've called the offensive foul.
I'd have to see that again.
Both fouls have come on offensive fouls on makes at the basket for Denzel Council. He's only got 2 points, both on free throws. So the Lakers, well, here's a 3 from the right side, off the mark by Golden. Check that was Golden. Benjamin is able to
timeout.
Get it, and they try and tie him up, but they call timeout first.
That's a veteran move.
So timeout here on the floor, 10:41 remaining in this second half. Lakers up 62-52. 62-50. Check that.
Tell you what, Mitch, I just can't say enough about how the Lakers have regrouped. This is a team in Shaw that came out and really was playing some outstanding basketball in the first half. A lot of that was
a lot of that was Goodman and Kelsey, mostly Goodman, but the two of them had 27 combined. Here in almost the opening 10 minutes of this second half, Goodman and Kelsey have combined for 7 points.
But look, I mean, some of that
and
is
no one else has picked up the slack.
Well, but some of that is they've cooled off, but it's also adjusting.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the coaching staff's made some good adjusting, but the players have executed it, and the players didn't get down on themselves. I mean, that's the biggest thing to me is when you look at this team, it's easy to kind of just shut it off and say, this isn't going right, so some frustration. You can go two ways with that, and the way they have gone, I think bodes well for them in the future, because these are games, especially early on, they tell you a lot about your team. Flagler's coming up on the horizon. That's going to be a tough game. So this is good tonight to see them showing this flexibility and elasticity to come back and just really show themselves much better here in the second half.
Christoph Nairn to throw in front of the Shaw bench, and they've got full court pressure. They double team Powell, but he's able to break it no problem. Goes right to the basket and swoops it home. Nate Powell got a head of steam going, and there was no stopping him. Lakers up 14. Going to be an offensive foul there on Stevens Bell. That's his second. So things have completely gone 180 here in the second half as the Lakers doing it at both ends of the floor. Very good defense, and they are pretty much making everything they want to at the other end.
And boy, we saw that good zone from Shaw early on. And there we see four guys down low just standing there. Nate Powell blows by him.
All right, we got a stoppage in play right now. I guess we got a wet spot on the floor over at the Shaw end of the court, right in front of the foul line in the paint. So they're going to dry that one up, keep everybody safe out there, and then we'll resume action. So
I do like the guys, though, going and trying to use the sneakers to dry. I'm not sure if that's the best,
no,
the best way to do it,
That's why they called for a towel.
Yeah, I mean, it's but hey, the effort's there.
Council gets it into Nairn, and they're facing full court pressure, and then Council's going to bring it up. There's Taylor, lays it off to Powell, and he makes it again. Nate with 7 in this second half, 11 on the evening, and the Lakers keep increasing the lead. It's now 16. 3 off the mark and kept alive by the Bears. They get it down low to Goodman. It's going to spin and can't make it. It's completely gone the opposite way here in the second half for Shaw and Goodman. Council takes it into the paint, floats it. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, they called a travel on that one. Well, I was going to say there was no way that was an offensive foul, but okay, maybe it was. He took an extra step.
Yeah, it's 6-7. Those are big steps, but Denzel Council.
Rough night for Denzel.
I mean, hey, look, you're going to have those nights.
And that's okay when you're up by 16.
Yeah. His teammates have picked him up. I like what he's trying to do. It's just been a tough night with those offensive fouls on the wall.
Kelsey got it down low on the block to Goodman, and he was able to spin to the hoop, and there was nothing that the Lakers could do but foul him, and unfortunately, the guy that fouled him is Jalen Taylor, who now has 4 on the evening, and so JT, who's got 14 in the game, is going to stay out there. So and you see that goes back to what we were talking about as far as some depth and feeling confident. Now Jacarl Owens is getting ready to come in for Jalen Taylor.
I mean, that's a smart move, but you know, he's had one of the best games of the Lakers out there, and now with 9.5 to go, with him out, we're going to see if the Lakers can sustain.
Goodman makes both from the stripe, and the Lakers are up 14. And Council, and he's saying, my bad, and it was as he was trying to break the press by throwing over the top to Nate Powell. The ball got deflected, but it went out of bounds. So now Nate's with it. Council's got it. And they call a travel there, or they didn't get it across in time.
I think it was, I don't think they got across in time.
I don't think he traveled. Nonetheless, turnover for the Lakers.
Backcourt?
I don't. They didn't go over and back.
I think he might have.
Did he really? What, he turn and go back? Well, at any rate, shot is missed there. It was an air ball. And then the shot by Goodman was off the mark as well. So it's 66-52 still, Lakers on top. And the basketball for Clayton State. Turnaround jumper no good by Council. Goodman the board. Here comes Williams. Lays it off for Golden. Three-pointer from the left sideline is good by Kelsey. You can't let him have an opening. He's got 14, and that lead is now 11 for Clayton State with 8:20 left. So now you got to be careful. You want to eat some clock, but you want to take a good shot. High screen from Owens. And Benjamin drives to the basket, and he was fouled while attempting the shot. Kelsey with his second will send Benjamin to the free throw line. Dantes with 3 points tonight, hit a three-pointer in the first half. On the season from the line, Dantes just 1 of 4.
It's really a nice luxury, too. We were talking about the depth of the Lakers this year. To have a senior guard like Dantes Benjamin coming off the bench.
And a guy who started a lot of games last year. Yeah. He's still seeing good time off the pine. It's 26 minutes a game. So 1-and-1 here, Benjamin to shoot. And he hits the first.
Down from the Charleston area, just outside of Charleston at Goose Creek.
Tez has another one coming his way. Looked up the Laker lead to 13, and he's able to do it as he got the charitable roll. So Benjamin with 5. Lakers lead Shaw by 13 as we go under 8 minutes left in the ball game. Three-pointer right side, and that is Raheem Williams, his first basket of the game.
Shaw's starting to hit some of those threes.
And it's 10, 68-58. McCray shot a three, missed it, and then the back tap goes to Shaw. Golden's able to save at the baseline. Stevens belt for three, and he hits it. And they're going to need a timeout.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what Jimmy Link does. Well, wants the timeout. Now he's letting them run it. Tez got it to half court, and then he takes the timeout. So with 7:26 remaining, the Lakers, what was a 16-point lead, has now been trimmed to 7. And some three-pointers here have really changed the tide. Devon Kelsey and Raheem Williams with back-to-back trays. And those quick 6 points is what done it. It was 13.
Back-to-back threes and a bad offensive possession for the Lakers. They took a quick three. You got to slow things down, especially when you have the lead. You know, time is on your side. And so slow it down. Don't take bad shots like that quick three like the Lakers did. Be smart about it.
Really, there was no need for the three down at this end. I know he was open.
Yeah, you're open, but look, I would rather at that point, I'd rather take a shot clock violation up like that and turn it over than take a quick three that runs, less than 10 seconds off the clock? I mean, take the full 30. Time's on your side. Go possession basketball a little bit. I mean, take the air out of it, slow it down. Shaw at this point wants to run. They want a quick game. When you are ahead, you want to slow it down. When you're behind, you're happy to play that quick game.
Well, it seems to me like Clayton State is capable of. Shaw can play both styles. They can play half-court offense, and they can play run and gun. Right now, they're doing a little bit of running and gunning, trying to get back in this game, and the Lakers have kind of played into their hands a little bit by not taking a little bit more time on their offensive sets.
But it was a good timeout. I mean, that was just something where you could see the momentum starting to shift. Now let's see if this can be a smart possession for the Lakers.
And 20 left on the shot clock here.
And you know what, Mitch? We're talking about points of the paint. That's flipped now. 28-24 in favor of the Lakers.
Tuxton got into the paint, then back outside. Here's Benjamin with the drive, the floater, and was short, and they're calling an offensive foul here. And that's going to be on JaMale McKee.
Well, the foul at the end hurts, but it's only his first. But here's the thing. They took the shot.
They ate some clock.
Well, 4 on the shot clock. I like that. I mean, look, they didn't get a basket, got an offensive foul. Like I said, it's really not too bad because it's his first personal, but they took that time off the clock.
And now here you got to be careful. No easy baskets, but certainly no threes either, because that's how Shaw's gotten back into this thing, on the strength of a pair of three-pointers. Good acting job there by Savon Goodman. He was doing most of the bodying up, and he drew the foul. So JaCarl Owens with 2. And that'll send Goodman to the line. Again, Goodman, for all the damage he's done here, he's a 52% free throw shooter. Although he did hit 2, and he misses on the front end of the one-on-one. Big break for the Lakers there. Now McKee needs some help, and he gets it from Benjamin. And then they got the wide open Owens for the slam.
You want to know how you break the press? That's perfect.
And that was a big basket, because that gets it back up to 9, and now 6.5 left. Stevens-Bell goes to the rack and banks it home. D'Angelo Stevens-Bell with 9 points, which is more than half off his average on the season. Foul in the Lakers front court. And it's going to be on the man we were just talking about, D'Angelo Stevens-Bell, senior out of Jacksonville. Also transferred over to Shaw from Lamar State University. But not at what he has averaged on the season. Tuxton. And in and out on the front end, so he misses. We've seen 3 of those now from both teams. Wide open 3 is no good there by Kelsey. Powell with it. And he's going to dribble it out a little bit, and that's a good idea. We're under 6 minutes left. 7-point cushion for Clayton State, 70-63 over Shaw. Tuxton drives the baseline, stops and misses. Rebound by Owens, and they're going to call the offensive foul. The push to create space for Owens to grab the rebound. So for Owens, that is now his 3rd. And it's going to be a shooting foul on the other end, and that'll send Savon Goodman back to the line.
Yeah, take him at the line, though.
Yes.
What a heck of a game.
So the Philadelphia product had 19 in a gigantic first half, and then has 6 here in the second half.
Especially take Goodman at the line in a one-on-one, too.
And he misses again. McKee with the rebound. So 2 opportunities there for Goodman, and he could not convert on the front end. McKee into the half court. McKee finds Taylor down low, but the defense was able to collapse on him. Got it to Tuxton, and they'll reset.
But see, this is good. At least they didn't force that shot.
Powell from the foul line. No good. Taylor a big rebound off the offensive glass. Pull it back out, fresh 30.
And slow it down again.
So it'll go under 5 minutes when the Lakers do take a shot.
Nice pick.
It's McKee down low to Taylor, and the foul, the whistle is going to be on Shaw this time. Because if it was on Taylor, he would have been gone.
But, I mean, talk about a great offensive possession here. They got some rebounds. They got it down low, mishandled, but got it back, composed themselves, passed it back outside, reset the shot clock. After the offensive rebound, slowed it down again, get fouled, get to the line. You got to love that.
The personal was on Khalik Williams, his 2nd. So Jalen Taylor back to the line. He fouled out the last game, too, in the win over King. Misses the front end of a 1-on-1 there. So the Lakers remain up by 7. Not out of the woods yet. with 4:52 left. And almost thrown away, saved by Golden. And that silky left-handed jumper cuts it to 5. And almost stole it. Here's Powell. 3-on-2. And Taylor up and under. Big hoop there by JT. Back up 7, the Lakers, 4.5 left. Williams, Goodman wide open. He was looking for the foul. He didn't get it, but he was able to lay it home. So Goodman with 27. Lakers up 5. Here's McKee. Flips to Powell. And now Nate will step it back and survey the court. 15 on the shot clock. Here comes Taylor, high screen. Nate almost lost it as he went down. Regained, goes to the basket, and lays it home. Nate Powell with a whole bunch of offense in this one. Goodman beyond the three-point line, but he'll give off to Raheem Williams. This is Kelsey, you gotta watch him. Williams lets loose and hits it. Ooh. Raheem Williams with his second three-pointer of this second half, and it's down to 4. 3:24 left. That was a gigantic hoop. Here's Tuxton. Sets up McKee, who drives to the basket and swatted away by Goodman. And it was saved there in the corner by Kelsey. So a chance to cut it to 2 or 1 here for Shaw as we approach 3 minutes left in this ball game.
You know, this is one thing, Mitch, that the Lakers have struggled with, is letting the lead slip away late.
Goodman spins, and then they call a ticky-tack foul. He slipped on his own. So Goodman will go back to the line. And the foul is on Jalen Taylor. He is fouled out for the second straight game. So Taylor will leave with a 16-point performance. And Jalen also with 10 rebounds at last count, 2 assists and a steal. Big game for Jalen Taylor, but unfortunately the 5 fouls will send him to the bench for the duration.
That double-double is going to be missed, and you want to see how they're going to do defensively too, because he's been pretty good at stopping Shaw down low. But I mean, this has been a pattern for the Lakers that's been a little bit concerning. They Lamoro and they were up by 12. They won by 3.
Right.
King, they were up by 20 at one point. So I mean, they've had these big leads, and you've seen them slowly get chipped away. So that's something we got to keep an eye on here in the final 3, being up by 4.
Sounds like the Atlanta Falcons to me.
Don't bring that one up. Yeah, we're still processing the Super Bowl, but
Taylor leaves 16 points, 11 rebounds. He was 6 of 8 from the floor, 4 of 7 from the line. Of his 11 rebounds, 4 were on the offensive glass, and had 2 assists, 1 turnover, and 1 steal in 24 minutes worth of action.
Also, I mean, what a halftime adjustment on this, because remember, at one point it was 20-2 Shaw for points in the paint. It's now flipped 34-28 to the Lakers. And that's also great defense in the interior as well, because they've only got 8 points in the second half in the paint. Wow.
So Goodman to the line. He's 2 for 4 from there, and he hits the first. So he's got the shooting eye back. He's got 28 points. And the Lakers lead down to 3, and now down to 2 as Savon Goodman notches his 29th point. The Lakers led by as many as 16. Shaw led by as many as 11 in the first half, and now the Lakers up by 2 with 2:45 left. Here's McKee, who hits it 10 feet away from the left side. Big bucket from Jamil. Back up by 4. Driving to the basket is Stevens Bell, and they cannot stop him on that drive to the hoop.
2-point game.
Bell with 11, back down to 2. Council spins, almost had it swatted. Did have it swatted away, but he got the follow, and he's able to lay it home. So Council didn't give up, and that's his first basket of this game.
Boy, Ray Williams, who's the young man from Toronto at 6'6", who had that nice block, was kind of saying to himself, what do I have to do?
Here's Stevens Bell again, driving to the basket, switching hands, and with the right hand, he's able to bank it home. So all of a sudden, D'Angelo Stevens Bell is taken over here for Shaw. Other than those 2 free throws by Goodman, Shaw, I think, has made their last 3 baskets. 78-76, Lakers up with a minute and a half left.
What a game.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Council gets into the paint, puts it up, no good, contested, and here's Goodman. He's going to take it. It's a 2-on-3, and they'll pull it back. Stevens Bell again. Couldn't find the space, so he steps back with 18 seconds left on the shot clock and a minute 3 left in the contest before Bears head coach Joel Hopkins calls the timeout. His 5th season, he's had 2 different tenures at Shaw from 2000 to 2002, that is, and then returned in 2015 and is into his 3rd season after his return.
That was a great stop, at least of the penetration by Nate Powell. I mean, really, before that timeout, Powell really did a nice job of, Shaw was trying to go into the interior, again, some good defense. And I'll tell you what, I mean, this is just a fitting game. Both teams have played pretty well. Obviously entertaining. 2-point lead with 1:03 left. It's exciting.
Council's had a tough game, and his spin into the basket, they contested him, and he tried to hang in the air and put it up, and that was a difficult shot. So 15 seconds to shoot, a minute 3 left, and inbounding it are the Bears. Stevens Bell with it. Goodman went down. Stevens Bell's going to take it all by himself, and there's no stopping him right now. He hits again, and it's down to 2. 78-76 Lakers. We're down to 50 seconds left. Benjamin pounding the rock, gets it to Tuxton. Here's Nairn. And now Powell. And no call, and he hangs and floats it home in and out, and the ball is saved. Oh, nice save there by Golden as he got it to Goodman. And there's only about 1.5 second difference on the shot clock and the game clock. 27.6 left in the game and 25 seconds, so that's 2.5 seconds difference on the shot clock. They've got 25 to shoot. Wow. Nate Powell all of a sudden had a clear path to the basket, and the ball rimmed in and out. So right now the story has been the inability to stop D'Angelo Stevens Bell. Only had 4 points in the first half. Here in the second half, he's got 11, and he has scored their last 8 points other than the 2 free throws by Savon Goodman.
Yeah, and he's that slashing guard that really likes to drive inside.
And he can shoot it with both hands.
He can. Now, the question is, if you're Shaw, who do you go to? Do you go to Goodman, who was outstanding in the first half, or do you go to Stevens Bell?
Yeah, I think you're trying to stay with Stevens Bell, and if they collapse to him, look for somebody else.
He's the hot hand. How about this? Stevens Bell, drive inside. If you can't get anything, first of all, they're going to wait for about 10 seconds to run a play. Then you're going to see Stevens Bell drive inside. If you can't, they're going to kick it outside to Kelsey. How about that for a play?
Okay, we'll see if that's what plays out. You've got Nairn, Benjamin, Tuxton, McKee, and Powell on the floor for the Lakers. And here's that guy, Stevens Bell. Nate Powell will defend him.
And Kelsey's on the near side corner.
Got to watch him for a 3, which could be a potential game winner. Down to 11 seconds to shoot. 8, 6.
Got to go now. Go now.
4. working on Powell. He's going to stop and shoot and not make it. And a rebound by Nairn, and that will do it as the Lakers hold on and win it by the score. Oh, wait, I checked that. This game is tied at 78 apiece. I thought it was a 2-point lead for the Lakers.
No, tied.
I apologize.
Well, you know what? They waited too long there, too, in my opinion. Shaw, I know you're going to, you say we'll play for overtime on the road, but I was waiting for Stevens Bell to go because he didn't give himself an opportunity to kick it out. If the drive wasn't there, that's what I wanted to see. Drive, get it to the guy in the corner in Kelsey.
And he kept it the whole time.
He kept it the whole time. I mean, it's one of those where if you go at 10 seconds, it gives you an opportunity to get inside. If the shot's there, fine. If it's not, you give the opportunity for 3. And, then if you have, 1 second left, even if there's an opportunity for a rebound, Clayton State's really going to be in a spot to do that, to be a tough spot to win.
My apologies. I thought this game was a 2-point lead for the Lakers, and I'm looking at the 78-78, and I thought it said 78-76 the whole time.
We got you. But
so we're going to an extra 5 minutes at the very least. And you know what? The way these two teams have played and the leads both had, all right, let's play another 5 minutes.
36-32, Clayton State in the paint. Points off a turnover. Shaw has that advantage, 19-14. Bench 18-15 to the Lakers. Both in the 50s in shooting, Mitch. 51% for the Lakers, 55% for Shaw. Total, this has been, you're right, it deserves to be an overtime game.
Well, Stevens Bell with 18 points, and for him, 11, I checked that, more of that, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. I must have missed a couple of buckets from him. I guess a three-pointer at some point, but he's got 18, 29 for Savon Goodman, 14 for Devon Kelsey for the Lakers, 16 for Jalen Taylor. Unfortunately, he's fouled out. JaMale McKee with 14, Nathan Powell with 13 for Clayton State. It's going to be Council and Raheem Williams to jump to start overtime.
Well, you like to see Council have a great 5 minutes here.
Council, Tuxson, Benjamin, Powell, and McKee. Shaw controls it. Stevens Bell. And they're calling that a foul on the Lakers. That could have even been an offensive foul or traveling.
Yeah, he wasn't really in control, was he?
No, right. He was out of control. That's a gift for Shaw. And the foul's on Nate Powell.
I mean, look, I can understand that you can say Clayton State probably was not set. But at the same time, offensively, he wasn't really in control of his actions. I mean, that was getting to be where if there wasn't contact, he's going to the floor anyway.
So that's 2 on Powell. Stevens Bell to the line. Again, 18 on the game. And Stevens Bell has only been to the foul line for 2 shots, made 1 of 2. And his first is good. So that gives the lead now to Shaw. Their first lead in a long while. But give them credit for fighting back. When they were down by 16. Stevens Bell makes both. Lakers down 2 in these opening seconds of overtime. Here at the lock. Mitch Evans, Bill Shingle with you. It's been a good one. Powell gives to Benjamin. High screen from Council. And Council's going to screen for Nate Powell. At the left elbow, gives it up to Council. And then a bad pass to McKee. And a turnover there for the Lakers, and another opportunity here for Shaw to increase their advantage. And you gotta watch this guy. It's been all DeAnge Stevens Bell in this second half, along with Savon Goodman. Stevens Bell directing traffic and creating space, and was able to get the pass down low to Savon Goodman for another hoop. He's got 31, and the Lakers down by 4. But that's one thing. Stevens Bell has been creating space, leading with his right arm, and they haven't called it.
And he's going to keep doing it, too.
Benneman looking at Council down low, but they've got him boxed in. So Benneman going to go to the basket, into the paint, and he's fouled on the floater.
What the Lakers needed. I mean, it was starting to get, if that would not have been a good offensive possession for the Lakers, you start getting concerned a little. But here, if he can get at least, I mean, you like him to get both.
Golden the foul, his third. Benneman to the line. He's hit a couple of free throws here in the second half. Now make it another field goal, another free throw there. Denzel Council out, Christoph Nairn in for the Lakers. And Tez with another one coming to try and cut the deficit to 2. And he does. 82-80. Shaw on top of Clayton State. 3:30 remaining here in overtime at the lock. Cameron Golden with it. Oh, almost stolen by Tuxton. Kelsey, let's go from downtown and hits it. That was a tough three. And it's 5-point cushion now for Shaw. They've turned it around now. Lakers, can they answer? Benneman. Working it, shoots, makes. Just from inside the three-point line. But big hoop from Tez. Cuts it to a 3-point lead for Shaw.
Now they really need a defensive stop.
Stevens Bell directed traffic left side. There's Goodman on the block, drives on McKee, puts it up, no good. Rebounded by McKee. They partially blocked that one.
Nicely done.
Nairn gets it. Screen from McKee. Nairn to the rack. Banks it home. Nice drive there by Christoph Nairn. He's got 8. Lakers down 1. 2:20 remaining in this OT.
I think, you know, you got to stick with Nairn now. He came in for Council, and Council's not having a good night. Yep. Go to Nairn.
Good defense by the Lakers. Here's Goodman. Drives on McKee and leads with the arm. And they get him with the offensive, his 4th.
Pretty obvious on that. He's not happy about it, but, I mean, that was an extending the arm, pretty much bowling him over. That was an easy call.
So stoppage and play, wet spot on the floor from where McKee went down. 2:06 left in this overtime session. Lakers trail by 1, 85-84. So who you going to here? What are you doing?
I'm looking for double overtime at this point. That's what it's looking like.
No, that's not the answer.
No, it isn't the answer. Look, I think the Lakers, I mean, there's that temptation to try to get it in one big chunk to go to get a 3. I'm liking to go to McKee again. If McKee's on the floor, he's having one of the best nights. Nate Powell, we'll see if he comes out of there in this timeout. But my guy right now, go to McKee.
All right. McKee out on the floor with Nairn, Powell, Benneman, and Tuxton. And basically the Lakers are going with 4 guards and a big man.
I think it's good. I mean, especially in this style where they're going to have that 2 minutes, they might have to run a bit and take an outside shot or 2.
Benneman looking down low, but had to go up top to Nairn. Drives to the hole. Here's Powell, right side. Puts it on the floor, 10 to shoot. Gets it to Benneman. 3 from Tuxton. Oh, in and out. Looked like it was going down. Rebound to Shaw.
I mean, that made Shaw happy. They were really just daring Clayton State to take it.
Oh, and they barely got it up and able to break the press, and Golden lays it in. They were that close to a violation by a half a second.
Yeah, picked up his dribble.
And then just really crisp passing for the easy basket. So the Lakers down 3 as we approach a minute left. McKee to the bucket, got swatted away, no foul, and then the ball goes off of Nate Powell. McKee went to the hoop, was contested, got blocked, and the ball went out of bounds off of Clayton State. No foul there. It was clean. So we go under a minute left, and the Lakers in a 3-point hole. Cameron Golden's going to eat some clock at the top in between the circles. 15 to shoot, 46 on the game clock. Down low to Goodman. Back outside to Stevens-Bell, drives to the basket. The floating hook is good, and that's trouble. Lakers down by 5 with 32.6 seconds left. And I don't know what to tell you, Bill, but DeAnge Stevens-Bell is clutch in the final 10 minutes of that second half and throughout this overtime.
Certainly has been, and now for the Lakers, you've got to start thinking, obviously you need the combo of a 3 and a 2. So I think you go for 3 first, right?
Yeah.
Look, there's 2 ways to look at it. It depends, I guess, also what look they give you. If you're going to concede the 2, go in and get it quickly and then try to get at least a foul or a turnover.
Or steal, right.
Yeah.
And then if you can't, you got to foul. And I guess the guy you got to foul is Goodman.
Yeah. So, I think what we're going to see is we're going to have somebody set out on the wing. We'll see who they'll want to take it. Nate Powell has had some success from 3, but tonight.
Yeah, you got to start considering that. Goodman is really everyone else that they've had out on the floor in this game is 73% and better.
I think go to Tucson. That would be, if you're going from distance, go to Tucson. If not, go inside.
Powell inbounds to Benjamin. Under
slow.
30 left. They got to get something going here. They're trying to get Tuxton loose.
Still
looking. Benjamin gets the screen, and then he was looking for the pass to Powell, and that will do it pretty much. The foul there on the driving Williams, and the Lakers let this one get away.
Yeah, that was a little bit surprised. It was sort of some indecision, and it took him some time, and then a turnover. That was about the worst possible scenario.
The Lakers led it by 16 with 10:19 remaining in the second half, and looking like they are going to go down in this one as Raheem Williams, who hit 2 big threes in the second half, hits the first free throw and then the other. Lakers down by 7 with 17 seconds left, and really Tez should have taken the 3. Nairn does here, can't make it, and a rebound by Stevens-Bell. That's going to do it as he gets fouled in the backcourt. And this is a game, we'll see how the Lakers respond to this very tough loss when they open up conference play on Saturday against Flagler.
Well, I'll tell you what, they did play well. They came back from a tough first half. They had a great second half. Obviously let it slip away at the end. I think that's the thing that is the biggest concern is the Lakers have played some good basketball, especially on the road, but it seems like those leads, Mitch, have really gotten either, and this one is going to get away from them, but a lot of them have become close games that they really probably shouldn't have been.
Stevens-Bell had a slow start, only 4 points in the first half. He's averaging 21 on the season, and he's gone over 20 in this one now. Benjamin drives to the basket, contested by Goodman. He's able to bank it home, but too little, too late. And that will do it. As the final horn is blown in overtime, the Lakers take a 93-86 loss on the noggin, and it was a tough one for Clayton State. Again, they led by 16 points with just over 10 minutes left and got taken into overtime and then fell again by the score of 93-86 to the Shaw Bears. Stay tuned. The Development Authority of Clayton County post-game report comes up next.